They said, "You're right, that's better." They turned over their earlier decision for it and instituted this one.
And people should know, and we should, for the record, that this idea of heart as a symbolic expression of the verb love did not exist. That wasn't a thing until you made it a thing.
You can't believe that it wasn't.
I know.
It doesn't make any sense that it wasn't.
I tell my children that. I regularly say, you know, this didn't always exist. When I was a child, we didn't heart things.
No. You would carve a heart with two initials in it.
Yes. Yeah, but it was not an action verb.
Not an action verb. Well, people ask me why I chose design like most American artists. When I was a kid, I copied comic strips, Walt Disney, and then I went to the High School of Music and Art, which gave me a lot of options about what I should be doing, where I was introduced to the idea of what was then called commercial art, which was making things to sell for money. At the same time, parallel to that was this other idea of fine art, which was about some other kind of value. But I never could get the idea through my head that I could make a living making paintings that somebody would buy and put in their house.
As the creator of I Love New York and the moving sequel that followed 9/11, he may be the best known graphic designer in the world, but they don't begin to even hint at the impact and significance of Milton Glaser's work. He's taken the gifts he had to start with and developed them along a dazzling variety of lines that have influenced every serious designer I can think of, and that have materially affected the way we get information, the way we buy things, and in fact, the things that we buy.
The title might be Drawing is Thinking.
The idea is to make the hand do what you want. In his case, the hands have no resistance. The hands are inanimate tools without will of their own. And so the translation of image to drawing is automatic, complete, unmediated, instantaneous.
You know, going back to the Bauhaus, there was this thing called the Gesamtkunstwerk, the whole total work of art. And I think that Milton comes out of that directly or indirectly, looking at art as art. And so the commercial is certainly one part of it that requires certain requisites. And then the artist part of him, the pure artist part of him, requires other requisites, but they're really joined. I mean, you can't separate the two. He might do pictures of his cats that are quite beautiful and have no place in a graphic design annual, but at the same time, he injects all of that artistic humanity into everything he does.
One large poster, the big nude, that didn't have any typography on it. The curator of prints came in, he said, "You can't show that. It doesn't have any typography on it." I said, so what? Well, that makes it a print. I've done any number of children's books with my wife, Shirley, and that's always been an interesting back and forth process. At the end, I always felt that the conversation made for a much better product than I could have done with a more compliant partner. Purpose of art is to inform and delight. And I thought, wow, it can't get much better than that.